Hello. So, I'm getting ready to start streaming. We're doing some, well, tank experimentation, simply put. If you're watching this after the fact, that's what's going on. And I'm pretty much just relaxing for a bit until people start joining. That way I can actually get into it. So, to give an idea of some of the plans I have made, one of which is we are experimenting with suspension. Some suspension. There we go. English didn't want to work there for a second. Mostly piston-based suspension. Hello. We need to detach. Pop out chat. There we go. So I can see it a little bit easier. Boston. Gregor. I'm going to guess it's Gregor. Dirt Paul. Hello. Okay. Can everyone hear me all right? Okay. So simply put, the Minotaur, sorry I spelled that wrong, Minotaur, is kind of my current tank. Surprise, surprise. Now then, I have built a tank since that was meant to replace the Minotaur. Is it the 51 or the 52? It was the 52. This guy. Gotta find the most recent version. I'm guessing it's this. Which is essentially a Minotaur, but smaller. The Minotaur might be on the workshop later, but for the time being, no. So some differences with this is using the front and rear are actually pistons instead of normal suspension. These work surprisingly well, so I want to test a bit more with that. That's one of the goals of this stream. Another thing I want to test. Oh, and you will notice it has a different gun. I'm not sure if I like that. It's more compact, yes. It's safer, yes, but at the same time, aesthetically it's ugly and does make my silhouette bigger at times. So suspension, that's one thing I need to work with. Another thing is the Minotaur 3, there's 3A, has a mine laying device. I need to work with that a little bit too. So if I go, oh, wrong button, this one. I need to make this a bit more reliable. It's meant to drop 4, only about 3 actually work. And I also want to work on some sort of mine repellent. I wouldn't say repellent. Some sort of like mine protective system. A Minotaur is like a centaur. A Minotaur is a bull top with a human bottom. Yes, DFs will probably be in every single future tank because of just how versatile they are. What few setbacks they have are completely offset by the advantages they have. Okay, anyway. So what I want to do is I want to grab a Minotaur. I'm actually going to replace all the suspension here with straight pistons. And I'm going to use the pistons as the suspension, if that makes sense. In the same way I did with the 52, I think it was. That's a mild issue, because this actually needs to be there. If not, it won't do its job proper. The middle are going to stay their standard suspension for the time being. I mean, nice camo, not nice combo. I'm guessing that's what you mean. Alright. Drive train, drive train. Alright, and interactive. There we go. These need to no longer be connected to 7. 7's not going to control these anymore. What is going to control them is this. So these are all going to start off at 1. And 4 and 3 are going to lower. These are going to raise. Slow. Set up to 7. Save this as temp part. Why have these not I realize why. Is that? Wait, what? Oh no. Okay, I gotta fix that because these are not meant to be like that. Oh. Nice combo. Okay, now I get it. Okay, so now these should be, let me say this temp part. So they're nice and sturdy. If I go 7, oh, it's really slow. That is really slow. Don't get me wrong, it looks really nice when it's slow, but it's not the most practical. I need to actually raise it. Let's go about there. feels slower than I should. Did I not connect those wheels? I didn't connect those wheels. Noise. Okay. See you, Fang. Okay, the reasons to switch to piston suspension: one, it's simpler, so less lag. Two, a major issue that the Minotaur had was, if you notice my battle with Captain Bob, my suspension liked to go through the tank, so it's trying to mitigate that issue as well. Other reasons for doing so, just simple fixes and quality of life. Let's increase that speed. The main one is to try and fix bugs and reduce frame rate issues. And it may actually give me a better riding tank. That's part of what this testing is. Hey, just like I was saying, yeah, my suspension freaked out during the battle we had, so it's part of the reason I'm going to piston-based suspension. Tank still turns, tilts, and rolls like it should. Takes bumps alright, probably not as good as a well-tuned suspension, but hey. I would be interested to see some pistons and springs put together to make like a shock and spring suspension system, but hey, this is actually not bad. So I went from 2 pistons and a spring on those wheels to just 1 piston. And I still have my tilting. However, I don't have as much tilt as I would in the other one. There's a lot of tilt in here. Like a surprising amount. Well, no, they only act like stabilizers if you have them in a loop. Captain Bob, they should. My experience, if you just have pistons, suspension together, they don't make that much of an issue, only if they're in a loop. So, okay, this isn't perfect, but it's one of those things that I think it's worth the cost. And don't get me wrong, it does actually improve some things, so hey. That's something we're probably going to keep. Alright. How does it stay stable? Because there's a suspension glitch in here. Right there. And there's all these suspension glitches. Alright, so that's gonna stay. Well, I could probably have like actual pneumatic suspension where I can dial in some stuff. Like, here, I'm gonna spoil the whole community. Hey, I just realized that the slider's different, which makes it usable now. Where's that? This thing. So essentially what this has is it tilts and can tilt the suspension freely. This is something somebody submitted for the community creations. Interesting, but it's very flawed, unfortunately. I am considering doing something like that, but the problem is I don't see it very useful in action-packed battles, because just being all on and off is so much better, in my opinion. Okay, so technically speaking, one of my Minotaur designs has a mine layer. So I want to have a kind of... I want to shove the mines off to the side or detonate them. Those are my two best options. Shoving off the side would be better because it would reduce like the damage and likelihood of damage. So what I want to try and do is pretty much put a plow on the front of this. I'm not sure how exactly I want to do this though. What does 8 do? Oh, 8's my... Since this is just for testing, I really don't care what it looks like. Would it be allowed to set your tank at one spot and deploy a drone or drive the enemy tank before they get to you and suicide kill? Drones are not allowed. That's straight off the bat, no. That's why drones aren't allowed. Yeah, I need to do this a little bit differently in order. Sliding door. No, that is specifically blocked in the rules. No drones. I would like to raise it up more, of course, but hey, for now. It's either going to detonate him immediately or it's going to throw him out of the way. Yep, detonate immediately. Okay. That was a good test. Kind of the whole reason we're doing this, boy. Okay, I'm curious if we set this to be a higher. Oh, the piston isn't actually doing anything. It's literally just letting the plow lower. Like the piston itself doesn't actually. Just bomb, save. Well, that's tank saved, technically, but... if you split it apart and you do it only in front of your wheels, not the whole tank. I was thinking that because the wheels are what it's going to hit. Everything else, it should just go under. But if I can, I'd kind of like to because I think it'd look nicer. So, okay, let's just say I'm not going full speed. Can I still, like, shuck these out of the way? Okay. So I can at least use this to move them. Like, I'm not going to go full speed into it. That's understood. Boom. Shoot. What if I actually put a spring on it? I know it's going to cause lag, but hey. That's kind of the whole point of this, is just to figure this out, ain't it? So now, it's touching my tank, so that the piston can't even, or the spring can't even do its job if I wanted to. So now, if I were to say hit a mine, What if I do this? Oh, still detonates. Okay. One more. Are there any mines just lying about? I see one. I see two. I'm not running a Xeon anymore. I'm actually running an i5. So if I just bump them... Oh yeah, they still steam up, so... I've got an idea. I don't really like it, but I have an idea. Alright, I don't want that anymore. Don't need it. Delete that just for testing sake. Interactive. I'm gonna turn on my AC in a minute because my room is starting to get warm. I didn't want to have it on because it's a little loud, but hey, I can't avoid it at this point. 2. The last Xeon I had was an X5660, or 2 of them, more specifically, but yeah. Fallout and all. No, it didn't run Fallout. Technically, that was my Xbox, but it should be able to run Fallout. But yeah, it could run VR, so yeah. X5660 was fine. These are actually used in real tanks. They're usually mine and bomb sweepers. There are engineering vehicles for breaching. What if I... Because the rules now allow 4 mines, this is basically just a precaution. The thing is, I'm trying to prevent detonation. I'm basically saying, is there a hard counter we can actually have 2 mines? Like that. Except for that didn't throw it far enough away. Oh, it's allowed. The problem is it's ugly and dumb. And I would like it to be an actual, like, practical solution rather than just cartoonish solutions. These things like to detonate at the dumbest thing. Detect. It's not meant to detect anything. It's basically, oh, there's a minefield, and then drop this so that you can kind of just push through it without much hassle. But at the moment, like I've been saying, this is still testing and prototype, so it's still not doing its job proper. Oh. Seems to be, especially if it just hits that front thing. I'm gonna turn on my AC. Might be a little loud. I apologize. Right now the hope is that by lowering the speed of the tank, Let me show you. Minotaur. It's the 3A. This has a mine thrower on the rear. However, doesn't always deploy them good or well. That is an option. I could just get rid of the plow if I had like that sweeper. Just a sweeper of these. Admittedly, it'd be the easiest solution, probably. But my two concerns with it are, A, if I'm moving at a high rate of speed, will it be enough to detonate them before I run over them, or will it just cause them to detonate directly under me? And my goal is less so detonation, more so... I was thinking about this, but I'm gonna try it. I want to try this. Because this way, if it does detonate, it's a guaranteed detonation. That's interesting. That didn't cause this to detonate. Oh, I've got jammed on my own plow. So how far do I need before it... Let's dial this back from 30 to 15. That's interesting. Any more bombs laying around? There's one. No, the goal is for the plow to survive. I'm trying to see how much armor do I need to allow the plow itself to survive. And these joints probably don't help its survivability. Oh, wow. I didn't make those even. Malamar's gonna be mad. I could change it, but anyway.
I'm just gonna share a bomb. Okay, thanks for making the upload button like the biggest button on this interface. Would a tank with a backup detachable armored car work? No, that would be considered a drone. Alright, the plow itself survived. It's just that center bit that didn't. So... it's just a normal pipe. One of these pipe longs. There's a pipe long. Bathtubs are not indestructible anymore. Oh. Yeah, that's not been like that for a while now. What? Okay, forks apparently are very effective. I have one mod active, which is my world cleaner. It's world cleaner. It doesn't help me build. It's just here. That's the file edit. Been like, my interface has been like that for ages. I'm stuck. Wait, can I just, yeah, I can just go through here, okay. Yeah. There's no reason why you can't use big explosives. Oof. Ooh, that about killed me. I kind of like that. I don't remember what number I was on, so I just went 17. I'm curious if I could actually put... Can I put bearings on this without it freaking out? That's what I want to know. Because will the bearings get destroyed, but not the actual blocks? So what if I just... Yeah. Oh, yay, the bearings actually stay. That's nice. However, the front of my tank did not. That one just shot. Well, the whole point is to make the rake indestructible. Looks like I lost something. Oh, yeah, I lost something. I've also lost the ability to control the rake. Oh, no. I think I messed up. I didn't name that temp part correctly. I didn't save it properly. Well, crap. Tank's not based off anything. Oh, there's one. Basically as far as you can. Give it some angle. Put some downwards. I don't expect sophisticated mines to be a major issue. Even if they are, the sweeper should deal with them. And what's probably going to happen is I'm probably going to decorate the rake just so it looks nice until it actually starts taking damage, and then it'll just look like the block of metal that it actually is. Okay, if someone puts down this big of a minefield, I am majorly impressed. Yes, Malamar. Okay. The whole point is to detonate the mine a safe distance away from Tonk. Also, that broke. That's interesting. Basically putting out a giant ram and detonating whatever it is. Safe distance away. Malamar, do you have like just a giant underground network mine or something that you're messing with? Also, is the mine even battle legal? That's what I want to know. Ah. That's kind of the point of this, is to deal with... Oh, okay. I was gonna say, if it's not battle legal, that's kind of dumb. I kind of do, but I also need to finish doing what I was doing. I also love that the whole like minesweeper actually pushes when they detonate, when the explosives detonate, it pushes other explosives away from me, like that one. However, it is a problem if I jump the mine. That's not what I want. So I might increase the a little bit. Is the speed turned all the way up? Yeah, speed's all the way up. Yep. That's the thing though, if I hit it sideways, it's dead. So having something like that on the front of the tank would not be a bad idea, really. So we messed the suspension. That's one of the big things I wanted to do. And we've also changed... I actually don't know if my audio was picking that up. So we messed the suspension, and we've also changed... well, I should say we've added the minesweeper concept to our roster. That's probably going to be on a new tank, some sort of like mine deterrent. Even if I don't use it, it's nice to have it, because if one of my opponents decides they're going to go crazy with mines, it would be nice to have. Those two are more so concepts than they were actual functional bits of RBM. I talked about that. I showed it off early on with the suspension. Technically, yes, I can do it. No, I don't want to do it because I don't see a major practical use for raising the tank. And if I did raise the tank to avoid the mines, my tank's already high enough to avoid most mines. The actual risk comes from the mine hitting the track. And if the track's elevating, it's still going to hit the track. Like the Minotaur... And if I just put a single explosive. Why is ramming tanks banned? Well, let's wait for this. Okay, why is ramming tanks banned? Well, let me show you why ramming tanks is banned. Case in point. My frame rate is at 7. Also, ramming is banned because it's considered a cheap and easy tactic. Because you can literally just go, and there's no strategies, there's no aiming, there's no, you just hit them, assuming I was going harder. Yeah, and ta-da, you've won the battle. Landmines are no longer illegal. The recent rules update changed that. Like Minotaur 3A has a mine layer. The problem is the mines don't always lay properly. They like to detonate. So that's part of what I want to do. Alright, 2. I want to basically catch the mine as it falls to make sure it rolls rather than plops onto the ground. See if that helps with premature detonation. Apparently I messed that up. Okay. Malamar. This was a quick retrofit to the Minotaur. The Minotaur was not meant to lay mines. It just has a mine layer attachment now. You can add thrusters to your tank. You cannot add downwards thrust because that would turn your tank into a wall climber. Was that L-Boy? The reason rules have changed is because tanking's gotten really stale. Everyone's kind of fallen into the same metas that we had pre-update. And what that means is tanking's got stale. So to keep tanking interesting, and because guess what? Hey, stealth is no longer a thing. We need some way to slow enemies down. Why not mines? Actually worked surprisingly well. Same pattern. What do you mean? The mine layer? Yes, it could. Most definitely could. Well, in the dirt, probably not, but in the grass, it actually, from my test, it helps significantly. I don't think this is the right shade of green. Admittedly, it's not perfect, but hey. Or even if an opponent is chasing you, it would be nice to throw it at them. Throw some mines in their way. Now the problem is, if you're throwing mines, there's a high likelihood you're gonna hit a mine, because guess what? They're not friend or foe. That's why this is kind of the whole... Boy, we are well aware of that. That's what we refer to as a 20 mil. What, the Drake had one? What was it? Yeah. Not a new concept. Basically, they weren't the most effective in the heat of combat, and they were just causing lag more than anything. Bam. I would like the plow to look a little bit sleeker than it is. Maybe if I actually put these on it, it'd actually look like a plow. So the really small tanks, the benefit of a really small tank is it's hard to hit. The downside of a really small tank is oftentimes you have to make a lot of sacrifices, and even if you don't make a lot of sacrifices, small tanks can be hard to control. So now it actually looks like a plow. That way when it's up, it just doesn't look like a brick. Here, give me a second. My actual smallest MBT, let's see, just say 16. That's that big. Then you have the aardvark. Then you have tiny tank. What? Micro? I think I have a micro tank somewhere. Micro MBT. That's a dumb. I built this during a stream, didn't I? I don't think I ever used it. I think it was just a joke. Like I said, Malamar, yes, you can build really small tanks, but at some point, the downsides start racking up faster than the benefits. Favorite weapon type? Cannon. I have some of my tiny tanks. Tiny self-propelled gun. It's literally just a gun with wheels. Biggest tank I've made is probably the Surge. My M60. It's not the Mark 60. It's the Mark 50 point something. If it's not the Surge, it's probably the Gallant or Gallop. up. What's another? Mark 26 was also another heavy tank. 26 never actually saw use because its frame rate was just too obscene. And it actually ended up getting fitted with a Gallant chassis just to help with the frame rate. Before the Gallant chassis, it was a... see if I can find it. There it is. There's this thing. Basically, the turret was all the way to the rear. You had this much armor. So I'm not actually sure which one of these is the biggest. It's okay, it's definitely the Surge. Now that I look at it. However, the Surge is a very skinny hull compared to those. Surge actually has suspension. These have torsion bar on controllers. That's why my game hasn't crashed yet, because these don't actually have traditional suspension. They're torsion bar suspension. I kind of do want to make... this was also originally supposed to have a 6-shot cannon, however it was brought down to a 4-shot to remove lag. I do at one point want to make a stupidly large cannon. Or stupidly large tank, like Warhammer 40k stupidly large tank. What, Malamar? Alright, just for shits and giggles, I think I'm done with the testing I wanted to do tonight, which was a mine plow, which worked. Okay, it worked well enough and may actually be equipped. The piston-based suspension works, does its job, happy with it. The cannon testing I wanted to do, I really have no use for it. Either I'm going to stick with the cannon that's in the Minotaur, or the Mark 52's cannon will probably take its place. The 52 does have some downsides, but it's also more reliable, simpler, and safer. So, hey. I'll invite you, Malamar. Are you on? You're not even on. I can't invite you if you're not in the game. Heavies have always been an issue. Are you offline, Malamar? Like, these have always lagged. That's why it's using suspension, or using torsion bars. Okay. Temp. Part. What, 18, 19, 20? Yeah, 20. Oh my god, Malamar, your name is like fucking gigantic. Okay. Malamar. Frame rate. Frame rate. That jet is not frame friendly. All right, can you delete it? Ah, yes, back to 200 frames. Okay, you want to deploy your mine? Well, Malamar, I am streaming currently. That may be an issue with the multiplayer. Okay, that is classified a drone and is highly illegal. That is not battle legal, Malamar. This is like the big brother pushing away the little toddler, just hand outstretched. What were you saying about kills a tank in one shot? All I have to do is just put my plow in front of you, and then you get stuck against it. Malamar, that's the point of the plow, is to stop dumb shit like that. Also, I love how many glitched bombs you have, and I also think there's a tactic you could use to kill me, but hey. That drone is highly illegal, not battle legal, by the way. You're determined to kill me, aren't you? Hey, you finally killed me. How many attempts is that? No, it's not. You can drive it. There is a separate seat. It is not a fucking mine. That is a drone. It's got a seat. That is not a mine. It's got wheels. It is a separate entity. Okay, yeah, but it's still not battle legal in one of my battles. It is. I would classify that very much a drone. Okay, you disconnected my turret from my seat. Okay. So not only is that illegal in battle, but hey. The plow does its job. It's also good against pests. Okay, what's the best part, Malamar? Describe it. Okay, anyway. So, suspension changes. Good. Plow. Good. Actually glad the plow actually can work when doing this. Malamar, you are controlling it from a separate seat. Okay, if you had a remote control glitch, maybe I would consider it to be like a torpedo or something. But no, it's literally just a drone. It's a ramming drone, even worse. Like there's no argument for it. It's just Malamar, adding the RC glitch won't fix it. I'm just saying you might have an argument, but no, still no. How to make the turret stabilized? I have like what 2, 3, 4 different tutorials on it. There's a stabilization glitch and suspension glitches. Do I need to redo the rules video again? Or add a do's and don'ts of tanking? Okay, I'll make a do's and don'ts of tanking. So actually, this could be saved as the Minotaur 4 now. I actually do want to clean up some of these bits and bobs around the top that were added for other reasons, like this. I want to use parts just to make it look a bit nicer. Give it a little paint job. So I want to fix the... Yeah, you can use small suspension. Oh, these are the packing table holders. Really nice block. No, the plow is not just for looks. So, temp part 21. So if I put bomb, they need to make the build button bigger. And the upload/update button smaller. Same with the delete. Wasn't like the build button massive in the old UI and the delete and stuff were smaller down here? Okay, so what's the point of the plow? I'll show you what the point of the plow is. So the point of the plow is, oh look, minefield, deploy plow. Tank's fine. Plow's actually... The cosmetics on the plow are damaged, but the plow itself's fine. So I can just come rolling through here and just... That's the point of the plow. And for this, I'm gonna actually... Also should probably move this part inside the chassis. Actually, I need to see where I'm at. I'm at 50 point. $45, $47. $48. Kind of need to make it so it touches the ground more, but hey. For now, that should be fine. I can still bring it up and... Alright. Now here comes the fun part. I kind of want to put the 52's turret in the 48. This is the 52 turret here. Now for fuck's sake, I'm just sharing everything by accident. What tank am I most proud of? I would have to say the Seraph, probably? Like, the Wyvern and the Seraph are my big two. What's the reason behind those two? The reason behind the Wyvern, it was the first tank to... Well, technically, two tanks had a stabilizer before the Wyvern. However, the Wyvern was the first MBT to bring it into combat and use it effectively. Technically the, what, 27? 27? This has a stabilizer? It's actually an armored car, not a tank, so yeah. This had a stabilizer before the Wyvern. So, but the Wyvern was the first one to actually put it into battle. The Seraph is basically just because it was a near perfect tank. It saw so much action and actually won so many battles. It was... Until the survival update was pretty much what we consider near perfection in tanking. So what I want to do is I want to cut that. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Well, let's try that again. How many confirmed kills on the Seraph? I lost count. That's kind of the whole, like, thing with the Seraph, is that it is a killing machine. It was... And I know some people are going to say, well, if the Seraph is so great, why don't you still use it? Well, I thought I'd turn down the engines. Well, the update pretty much killed the Seraph, so it was going out regardless. I turned down those fucking engines! There we go, for the third time, turn off the engine, is going to drive around now. Screw you. Alright. Streaming is not something I do on a regular basis. Also, apparently, this is built for a shorter chassis. What? Okay. guess the Mark 52 is smaller than I thought it was, apparently. Okay. That looks really derpy, though. That small of a turret on that big of a chassis. It looks so dumb. The gecko is a killing machine, but you can only... I have a tank called the Gecko. It's an awful, awful thing. It was supposed to be the successor to the Wyvern, and it just sucks. It really does. Why do I use spaceship blocks? Well, because the metal level 3 is extremely ugly, and to be honest, if you get hit by a round, you're probably dead anyway, so hey, I can sacrifice a little bit of resilience for a lot of looks, essentially. Yeah, I made a few Metal 3 tanks because I wanted to test how resilient Metal 3 was. And the answer is, it's resilient, but everything else is really squishy. Like your engines, your seat, and everything else. Gecko. Wait, was it Gecko? Oh, it was the Gecko. Yeah, this is the Gecko. Yeah, really awful tank. Also, waffle. The waffle bottom. My tanks are designed to kill before you have the chance to fire back. Or to be so small that you just don't hit them. Kind of want to use this turret because it is smaller, but I also don't because it also looks uglier. But the gun itself is an improvement on safety. Because this I could put on a lift with the rounds in it and not risk killing myself. But, same side, it does have that pop-up feature, which gives me a really big silhouette over there. I kind of spelt it that way intentionally. Can I say squishy again? Because the... what was I saying? Yeah, the Metal 3 is good, but the insides are just so squishy and everything just dies. What you don't see is me actually, like, moving my hands to gesture squishy. I really hate that this pops up, but I think it's kind of a necessary evil. I do think it might actually be something I'm gonna need. From what I could tell, the explosive actually can pen after it hits something. Not only does it detonate immediately after hitting something. Why are people obsessed with how I say squishy? Okay, I like that better, and also covers up the holes, makes it look nice. Yeah, balance the gun a little bit better. Wait, is this the one where I actually did have it balanced? It's just balanced for a half. Everyone's freaking out. Oh my god. 6-rounders are possible, but I don't see them being used in a tank like this. If you're doing tank destroyer, yes, but like this, no, not really. I'm actually gonna go like this. Hopefully this doesn't break anything. Of course it broke something. Oh, this looks like it's such a small turret on such a big chassis. I hate it. I really do. So I need to bulk up the turret maybe a little bit. Make it look a bit beefier. So how's this balance now? What's with the ram that's in front? It's a deployable minesweeper. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring this back by a block. Hopefully that helps with the balance of this. Squishy ASMR. Squishy. Actually, I kind of want to put a hatch here, just because I think it'll look nicer. No, I have not played against players with mines yet. However, they are allowed, so I'm making preparations for them to be in battle. What am I making? I am upgrading the Mark 50. I gave the Mark 50 the Mark 52 turret, which has its ups and downs, so it might not be staying exactly, but hey. That destroyed my frame rate. Of course, we have kneeling. We also now have a minesweeper. Are you referring to the suspension that's on the Minotaur already? Does this have it? Yeah, these. That's what you're referring to. I already used them. So not only have I already been using those, these actually use pistons. So there's actually no suspension in this, just pistons. What, Malamar? Did I ever upload the Stug? No, I haven't. Change visibility, public. Change visibility, public. There you go. What is the kneeling for? Exactly what it looks like. Extra gun depression. However, that plow is actually going to be an issue for the whole, like, kneeling thing, isn't it? I should be able to just lay on the plow. I don't see why I couldn't. You need me saying squishy on loop. Squishy. Squishy, squashy, whiplash, washy. Happy. Squishy. Just chat is okay. My YouTube chat has just wants me to say a word. uh. Wait, no wait, it's a trap. He is making it so we require him to say to be self-sustainable. Don't fall for it. Oh, Jesus Christ. What's a problem? Armstrong, you joined at the worst time. My entire chat wants me to say squishy. Bubbles. Yes. I'd rather have it do something like this. Even though this makes no difference whatsoever. To the actual functionality of it. The only thing you need to do is get 1 million subscribers, go up to 1 million people and say squishy. Jesus Christ. Alright, I want to add these to the side of the turret where they all pointed up. do want to make this heavier now by a little bit. Just by it there. Because now it's unloaded and it's going to point towards the sky, but once I have it loaded, it's going to be a lot better. Why does that sound so different from Al Magma? It sounds like Al Magma sand. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, well, I'm not joining the Discord chat, so yeah. At this point, I'm starting to feel bad for Al. Maybe. Would I call this the Mark 53, or is this still a 52? Or is it a 50? To be fair enough, he did encourage them by saying squishy when requested. If we can't hide, why paint camo? Because camo makes it look nice. I'm gonna call this the Mark 53. Just because it is an amalgamation of the 50, the 52, and new elements, so it kind of can't go under a 50 or a 52 title. Another philosophy you took from me. Wait, what philosophy did I take from you? By the way, they usually paint the tanks at the factory. By the way. Oh. What? Oh wow, this is an unbalanced turret. Yeah, this tank probably won't see battle. Just because the turret's not good. I would like to get the Minotaur's gun improved, but this turret is not the solution. Just because I want to, I actually want to attach a barrel lock. just want to see what it, like, just messing with it. Want one of these. Want one of those. One of these. I should do. I just want to mess with it, see if it looks nice. Well, I will see you later then. Squishy. I actually want to see what this would look like on a Minotaur. I just want to make sure I do have this saved. Mark 53. Yes, I do. I already have glitch welding in my tank's milk. I have multiple tutorials, like a full tank build and like, what is it, an almost complete guide to building tanks. Like, I need to make a new one for the current tanks, but they still exist. Okay, Minotaur wise, Minotaur is still probably my tank of choice right now. Actually, I want to spawn on the Minotaur with all the fun gadgets on it. This one. I would like to redo the cannon, but this turret is actually well balanced. Well, actually, yeah, it's pretty well balanced. I'm not sure if the plow needs to stay though. I really love the plow, and if mines do become an issue, it will be useful. But for now, it's not worth it. Now, what wouldn't be a half bad idea is to put the plow on the rear of the tank. So then it wouldn't obstruct me in any way. And then if I do need to clear a minefield, I just reverse into it, and then I'd have the plow at the back. The only problem is I wouldn't have the whole, like, plow and kneel that I have now. Icon. This is... I don't know if you've seen what this is. Bomb. Basically so that if people do start using minesweeper, or mine layers I should say, I can simply just drive at them. Sherman crab. Oh, I've seen that. It's not a Russian behemoth. I could make one of the spinning things, which Khan is referring to, but I also don't really want to. Where's Metal 3? There's Metal 3. Because once you add a mine flail to something, it's really just annoying. I'm mildly curious if Khan is even still here, or he literally just popped in to say, hey, do this thing, and then left. What? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I would like to put like an elbow there, but I kind of can't because of the whole indestructible parts thing. That's kind of mildly necessary for this to work. Let's see if this actually will. Kind of works, but yeah, nah. Malamar, yes, I'm aware they're supposed to hit them. And I know it. Malamar, I know what mine flails are. You and I are both nerds when it comes to tanks. I just don't want to build an actual flail because that would be so awful. Oh wait, this is the one that has the damaged plow on it. So hey, Khan, you ever want to do a tank battle? Khan has disappeared. I still need a way to make this cannon safe for a lift. But also, can you affect the steering with suspension glitches? Yes. Safe for a lift, but actually I don't want the cannon to raise out the top of the turret like the other one does. Squishy. Happy now. Khan did a Houdini. It wouldn't surprise me if he left because the whole... I've given him crap about it before. I've talked to him... Nope. That round went to space. About doing tank battles before, and I give him kind of crap for it a little bit. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's why he left. Oh. Interesting. Don't actually remember how this thing is supposed to work. Alright, so how long is the stream been going? Something like, here, let me actually check. Let's see. 2.5 hours. Nice. Yeah, that's what that was originally. It was an old Bombay before canisters were a thing. Anyway, so I think I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I kind of did what I wanted to. I experimented with a mine plow, some suspension changes. I put the 52 turret into the 50. Didn't work out as planned, so that's not exactly going to be a thing. So the Minotaur is still probably going to be the Minotaur for now. Anyway, I'll keep streaming. Bandwidth isn't real. What? But I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. If you guys did enjoy, please leave a like. If you have suggestions, leave in the comments down below. Enjoy the channel, enjoy what I'm doing, please subscribe. It helps out a lot. And right now, shares out the channel the most. So if you do want the channel, please share this episode with a friend. I want to find the Minotaur, or not the Minotaur, the Mark. I hate this interface. I can never type right. There we are. Squishy. Just for that,